A former Russian SEX spy spoke out and shared how they'd go to the deepest extent to extract information out of some of these American innovators and tech entrepreneurs. And quote unquote, before I play the video, she said, Aliia Roza, that's her name, a former Russian SEX spy, told reporters that Russian agents are targeting lonely tech workers in Silicon Valley, seducing them for trade secrets worth billions. She says these spies are trained to gaslight, love bomb, and even start families just to gain access to private information. One spy allegedly married an American aerospace engineer to infiltrate the military tech world. Take a listen at this video.
Also to be the victim. I'm alone, I'm by myself, I'm a student, don't have money. Come on, like this is all obviously fake, right? Just an example. If I would want to target you, I would give you compliments in the beginning and then say, but in your article you could add this and this and this, and that information was not right, or blah blah blah. You sort of have this sort of doubts. Maybe I could put more information, maybe I could do more research or whatever.
Let me tell you something. What really scares me is, what are these weapons of mass destruction for? As in, what are they preparing for that's coming that could possibly, do harm to this planet? And this just shows you that some of these, I'd say, powerful leaders of first world countries, they don't trust each other. You saw what Donald Trump, I think it was Vladimir Putin, who visited the United States, and they had that Arkansas historical, was it in Arkansas or in Texas, where, they met with Vladimir Putin. He couldn't even use his car service, his entourage. He had to sit in the same car with President Donald Trump. That, I think this, is it still called the Beast? The Beast was with the Obama regime, yeah. And it just shows the level of lack of trust that these world leaders have. Trust issues, trust deficit. With the war, I think with the war happening now in Ukraine, President Donald Trump has been on the front line advocating for a ceasefire, peace deal, and whatnot. But Vladimir Putin has been adamant, stamping his feet on ground. Sometimes he goes missing, sometimes they write letters, they exchange and do a lot of things. But again, I'd like to make you remember there's this 80th military parade showcasing that happened in China, in Beijing, where China was commemorating its 80th World War II celebration. And you saw all the weapons, the military artillery and armory that was paraded. And you ask yourself and wonder, what are these weapons for? And I hear as well that, is it Russia or China? There's one of the countries that has it has a very tiny nuclear bomb. Here it's the size of a grain sand, or a sign. Yeah. I don't know if you ever walked on the road. Those tiny stones. I hear it's such a small, tiny nuclear bomb, but I hear that if it's released, it could literally melt the bones of up to 5 million people within a country instantly and in seconds. And that just shows that human beings are not who you believe they are. People are not who you think they are. And again, an interesting thing happened. I remember Kim Jong-un in that convergence of world most powerful leaders again. Xi Jinping of China, Narendra Modi as well of India was there, and then Vladimir Putin, and then Kim Jong-un. So interestingly, when Kim Jong-un, they had finished up with the meetup and he was now getting back to his train, part of his team and aide, they came to wipe the area where he is seated just to not leave any traces of his presence. And I hear allegedly it could be used for research or trying to, try to find out whether he's suffering from a condition or come up with a propaganda that could possibly target the country. And this just shows that these people don't even trust each other. But again, when it comes to the world of tech, like right now, all, I'd say, tech manufacturers, or AI manufacturers more so specifically, are on a hunt to produce the world's most lethal AI that could possibly turn the world of technology upside down. And so Russia is really scared because the United States and the UK are on the front line of some of these productions, because most of the companies are actually headquartered right there. So I think it's giving Russia a run for their money and sleepless nights. And so they go to the extent of paying spies. And I was actually watching a documentary where a male spy could play well, a female spy, and they do everything to ensure that they lure some of these tech developers and entrepreneurs and billionaires to get the secrets. But what shocks me, somebody will go to the extent of even marrying and starting a family to just infiltrate the military tech world so that they can get access to those secrets and what weapons they're producing for, for mass destruction. What exactly is looming? What is happening? What is impending? Because I hear there's those who've built, I think in the United States, they have an underworld bunker that all millionaires and billionaires can flee to whenever this, expected looming near to, human extinction event might happen. What is going on, man? This is just scary. And I believe we're heading into this, artificial intelligence, utopia, dystopia. Now that there's a race for a development of super intelligence, AI, that could control other AIs. So, ridiculous and wild stuff happening.